Do 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 do. Huh? Wonder what that is. Huh?
There's going to be a Dragon Maid movie!
Oh no! Oh no! No no! Ah! Yeah! Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the announcement of the Dragon Maid movie. Anybody who's not sure, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is a Japanese manga / anime series made by, and I'm going to laugh at this, Kobayashi. Yeah, I butchered that. But Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid had a anime in 2017, and also Season 2 came out in 2021. Very fitting, in 2025 we're getting the movie. If you can't tell the little differences, there's a 4-year difference between each one. And I'm super stoked. Today we're going to be talking about this movie, we're going to be talking about what manga you need to read, and just in general cover what's going to be happening in this movie without spoiling what the manga's done. So, let's get into it. First, we're going to look at the trailer, which there's not a whole lot right here. We just basically have the movie poster itself, with Kana wishing goodbye to Miss Kobayashi. And now to cover this doesn't say a whole lot, but it tells us exactly where we are in the series. And this is basically because, spoiler alert, Kana's father is coming to take her back to their world, to finally be a father to her. But it's not everything that it sees, and we'll soon learn exactly why she was banned to the human world for those who understand exactly why she's even at Kobayashi's place in the first place. For people who would want to read ahead, I would say Dragon Maid Volumes 7 and 8 would be must-reads to give you a good idea what the movie is going to be covering. But also, I would recommend rewatching Season 1 and 2, with the strong emphasis that maybe you should read all 8 volumes. You see, Season 2 does a very bad job at adapting one thing that was kind of important. Instead of getting a lot of cute Kana scene being, cute, adorable kid, there was supposed to be a lot more scenes showing just how much she needed a parent figure in her life. And we really don't get that in this. Season 2 really drops the ball on that front because they want to focus more on all the relationship stuff with the other dragons and really put an emphasis on just how cute Kana is. And they really drop the ball on showing that she really misses her father or needs a parent-like figure in her life. And even though the anime does show Kobayashi picking up the torch, it's not quite enough. Now, one thing I should say, Dragon Maid's, the movie is going to be probably not the most content-rich movie. No, I mean, it's going to be a lot of humans going into the dragon world versus how the whole series has been the dragons in the human world. But a big thing I should emphasize is I would not go in expecting this huge plot-driven movie. I'd expect probably maybe the first 20 to 30 minutes is going to be showing us, the normal Dragon Maid stuff, showing us, the relationship with all the people and the humans and all that. And then as the plot gets started, about probably, as I said, 20 to 30 minutes into this movie, then we're going to have the whole, we got to get Kana back, we got to go see her, and then we'll see the Kana section of the movie, which is going to be very interesting because Kana has a really good arc in this movie, and we see how much she's grown as a person thanks to being in the human world. She even eventually tells off her father, which is going to be a huge scene, and it's going to be pretty emotional. Anyone who knows me is I usually get pretty emotional when we get to the actual movie movie emotion part of that, because I get way too connected to characters, and then I'm in the audience bawling my eyes out. And Kana goes through a pretty big arc here, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the audience of Dragon Maid does, because They're so used to Kana being there more for the slapsticky stuff and not a lot for her as a character herself. Everyone always wants to see Toru or the other dragons, but I want to see what the audience thinks about Kana here. I think it's going to shock a lot of people just seeing the pure emotion from her. And also Kobayashi really, it shows how much she has become a parent to her. And it's going to be interesting just to see how they animate it, how they're going to do everything. Now, mind you, this animation studio, when it does do animation right, it's big and it looks great. And we've already seen how they're going to animate the Dragon's World. So it's going to be interesting just to see how they cover that in the main movie. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see. And I have a lot of hope that it's going to look good. Now, because I've been talking about it for the last couple minutes, I guess I should address what is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Well, it is a Japanese manga series that deals with Miss Kobayashi, who one day, after having a very rough day at work, she went into a mound and so happened to find a dragon with a giant sword in her back. After pulling it out, she demanded the dragon drinks with her, and eventually through discussion, ends up becoming her maid, aka Toru. Miss Kobayashi's life gets turned upside down, basically, and she ends up dealing with all the other dragons. Eventually, Kana comes to live with them, and she ends up living with some interesting characters, working with another dragon who's an enemy of Toru. And the series just continues on as more of a slice-of-life anime, with once in a blue moon a more serious element. A good example is when Toru's father shows up, and another good example is just whenever basically anything that involves with just trying to have a normal life anymore. And I gotta say, if you are curious at all, I would recommend season 1 and 2, currently streaming on Crunchyroll. # not sponsored. And I would say that you could go down the rabbit hole and see if you're interested in the movie based upon if you like the anime. I personally like it, and I would recommend you take a look at it. Just really fun in general. And I'll say this as well, you can't go wrong with slice of life anime. Unless you're a sad person, then I know a few places that sells blankets and hot cocoa. You might need it. But honestly, no, this is very good. Also, guys, I'll say this. When the movie does come out, I will try to do a review of some form and kind. I'll do like a spoiler review, and then like a month or two later, I'll do a full-on analysis of the movie. For right now, of course, it's a waiting game. It could come out any point. And of course, when it comes out in Japan, it's probably about 4 or 5 months until the American audience will get it, because they got to try to get the dubbing audience back. So it's going to be hard to see how long we'll have to wait on that one. Another thing I'll say is, if you guys want me to review season 1 or 2, please let me know in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to catch you everyone back in here in the next video. Also, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, and leave me a comment of anything else you'd like me to review. Well, I hope to catch everyone back here in the next video. Geek out.